Today's video is definitely one of those videos that many homesteaders don't like to make, but I will make it. So let's start from the beginning. A couple days ago, we were looking around. We were wanting to get back into the pig business. We had several friends of ours that wanted some pork and everything like that. So we went ahead and we drove an hour and a half to pick up some kune pigs, 4 males. And they were all pasture raised and everything on this beautiful 20-acre farm. Long story short, we brought them home. They loaded up amazingly well as pigs can load up. And then we unloaded them here. And this is their pen for right now. It's right up in here. And we were planning on in September, we were gonna go ahead, take them to the butcher shop. We had that all lined out and we were going to have them processed. It was kind of like the weekend. It was like Saturday evening or so, so all the hardware stores and everything were already closed. We already knew from our past experiences with raising pigs and everything like that, you need to have perpetual water with them. But then on top of that, we totally forgot about this part. Now it makes total sense now, is pigs don't sweat, and the only way they can really regulate their body temperature is with water and mud and shade. In this pen, all they have is shade. But all we had was kind of like a kiddie pool, and we're like, well, that should at least keep them watered enough for like one day. That's all they got to survive is one day, and then after that they'll be good. And then we'll go to the hardware store. That's what we did today. Today's Monday. Go to the hardware store, pick up the nipples and everything like that, and we didn't even think about a wallowing hole. But anyway, so we woke up this morning. Mom was telling us something about yesterday, and she was like, you know what was funny? Only 2 pigs walked up when it was feeding time and when I was watering them and everything like that. So sadly, yesterday, Sunday morning, we were just getting up, getting ready, going to church and everything. And normally we'll go out and feed the chickens and stuff like that. But everything's pretty much set up, so we don't, even if we didn't do any of that, they would be perfectly fine. They all have big water totes and everything. And I totally forgot about the pigs because they were so new, weirdly enough, and I was just totally on autopilot, getting everything ready, getting the food in the van, getting all the little ones dressed and everything like that, and getting the Bibles and everything like that. Totally forgot about the pigs and their temporary water setup. And you know, yesterday, man, got up to like over 100 degrees or so. So we came back from church. We instantly found that they didn't have any water, so we filled up their kiddie pool again. So they were, Saturday evening they had water. We filled that up. They were only out of water for probably in all like 8 hours or so, with no water in the heat, I guess. But only a couple hours in really, really bad heat. So anyway, sadly, to our horror this morning, we have 2 dead pigs. And I'm not gonna get too close, but I'll just show them from far off here because it's disturbing already as it is, and I don't need to have other people get disturbed because I absolutely love our animals. Some people don't really care about their animals when they die, and they're just like, whatever, you know, they just kind of just treat them like animals and whatever. I don't know. I love my animals too much to do that. So all my animals have names and they all have their own, I talk to them all the time. And so it just really stinks that we lost 2. Really, really stinks. The other thing too, which is interesting, is we have 2 orange ones. I'll show you them in a second. We have 2 orange ones and we had 2 black ones, and the 2 black ones died, which makes sense because they were black, so they overheated, you know, very easily. Yeah, it really stinks. Really, really stinks. So this morning we woke up and we ran to town. That's what James is working on right now, getting their water set up. And then on top of that, we're going to be building them a wallowing hole, because at their other place they had a big old wallowing hole. They just need one, period. End of story. So what we've been doing now is just trying to keep these 2 alive. So that's why there's water all over here. We got the hose still running kinda, and we're just keep watering them down and spraying them down and trying to make these 2 guys live. But these are really, really high-end pigs too. we were thinking about saving the one that died. He was kind of like white and black, the one that's over there. He had primo genetics, and we were thinking about actually keeping him for a breeder and gonna go ahead and get a sow or whatever, but I guess that's not happening, sadly. And then the other one died, so but you know, all you can do is praise the Lord. So we got some other stuff going on today, but I just wanted to, this is real life, and I'm not gonna, this is just absolutely real life, and I'm not, the stinkery thing is the only person I can blame, the only thing that I can blame is myself. I could try to blame it on my brothers, but it's not even their fault. We all forgot about them, and the only person I can blame is myself because, yeah, so I got 2 dead pigs on my conscience, so that's awesome. So I texted to one of my close friends, and he pretty much did the same thing, but it was with a cow. Cow got its head stuck in the fence and suffocated to death in about less than 20 minutes. And he was gonna go, and he went to go get a jack or whatever. The jack opened the bars or whatever that he got his head stuck in, and he forgot about him for only 20 minutes, and he suffocated himself, and we had to run over there and help him butcher the cow and everything like that. So yeah, so he had a dead cow on his conscience, and he's like, the only person I can blame is myself. He's like, it was totally my fault, I totally forgot. And I'm like, me and him were talking this morning, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're feeling now. All they had to do was survive like one day. 2 orange ones are the only ones left. You to open up the gate again. So we are all done getting the pigs out there into the woods. Gonna help out a neighbor. We're gonna go see his place in just a second. The neighbor had a pretty good idea, which I'm gonna go help him out. His tractor doesn't have a scoop on it, or it did, and it's just not working right or something. So I'm gonna go help him out. His pond has dried up so much, he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? He's like, that is the perfect pothole dirt. So, and that's what he does when the droughts come and everything like that. He's been through some pretty bad droughts in his time, and you just scoop the dirt out of the pond. You're digging the pond a little bit deeper. And I just use the dirt to fill in some potholes and stuff like that. He has a couple sinkholes on the property.
There we go. Yeah, it's about 6 or 8 inches, probably.
Let's go ahead and put that tarp in there.
Okay.
Yep. We got the pocket pond all done, pretty much. Put some mud in the bottom so their feet won't break the tarp as easily, and then we put it all the way around as much as possible. There we go. Pocket pond successful. So I'm over here at my neighbor's house, getting neighbor's ranch, getting him, just building up his dam with some dirt from the inside of his pond. So one of my best neighbors around here, so gotta treat your neighbors good, so that's what I'm doing. Alrighty, so she is pretty much all filled in. She was eroding right here, so they put up this wall. I think that used to be their old dock. They cut that up, and I was able to fill that all in. And then there's a little old pothole here, so filled it in a little bit more. That's pretty much it for now that I know of. Only if he needs more of it done or whatever. But whew, catch you on a little bit. So it is the next day, and so far no more fatalities. As you can see, their little pocket pond has been doing very well. We still need a name for these two. Hey buddy. Right buddy. Yeah. They pretty much live in this during the day. And then probably I like to always come out here once like in the afternoon or early evening, and just spray them down with the hose, even if they're in here, just to keep them cool. And as you can see, if we go over here, we got our nipples here in our 55-gallon drum. We got this just for a little bit of shade, to shade the nipples, so then they don't get too hot. But the water, since the metal touches the water, it should keep them nice and cool. Here's the other big boy over here. Hey, buddy. They're very sweet pigs. The people that we got them from absolutely love their animals, and they loaded up so easily. So, yep, we absolutely love these guys. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be getting 2 more pigs, actually, to replace the 2 that we sadly lost. I will let you know how that works out in another video. But anyway, y'all, hope that y'all liked today's video. Hopefully it was a blessing to you. Hopefully y'all learned something if you're going to be getting into pigs or something like that. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We have lots of new cool videos that are going to be coming out, lots of stuff in the pipeline. And go check out our t-shirts. We got lots of them. We will catch y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.